Hi, and welcome back to Miss Stewart's Crochet Club. Today we are going to make this really adorable summer hat, a summer bucket hat. It is made with a series of increases, a section of simple half double crochets, and it has this nice brim. It's perfect for spring, perfect for summer. So we will get started. What you need to do this project is some worsted weighted yarn. I'm using Bernat Premium in red. This one was purple, but I've made it purple already, so I'm going to go ahead and use some nice vibrant red. And the size hook you're going to need is 4.5 millimeters or US number 7. So grab your hook, grab your yarn, and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with making the magic loop or magic ring. I hold the working tail inside the palm of my hand and pinch the work. I go around 3 fingers and cross over so there's an X. And I actually use my pinky finger as best as I can to hold on to the work. So we've got an X there. And to make it, you go underneath the first one. Look, I'm at the back of the X, not the front. And this one is going to grab this string that's being held by your pinky finger. So I go out, I'm still holding on with my pinky finger. I'm going to twist, and then I'm going to grab the yarn again and pull it through. Okay, we tighten that up, and there is the magic loop. So this one is adjustable ring. And then we're going to do 8 half double crochets into the magic ring. You can also, like I said, chain 4 and then connect in a circle, which I can also show you at another part in the video. So once you have your magic ring, I know it can be tricky. You're going to start with 8 half double crochets into the magic ring. So holding onto the ring with my hand and the knot, I'm going to yarn over, insert through the magic ring, pull up the loop. I have 3 on my hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. There's number 1. We have 1 stitch. We're going to do 8. Yarn over, in through the circle, pull up a loop. You have 3 on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. That's 2. Yarn over, insert through the circle, pull up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. Go again, yarn over, into the center, 3 on your hook, yarn over, and go through again. Okay, that's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we have 8 stitches in our magic ring. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what we do is we grab the tail end of the magic hoop. You can straighten that out so it's not twisted around, or you can leave it, doesn't matter. Some people like to straighten it out, some people don't. Hold on to the beginning of the work and pull. So this is why it's magical. Ooh, look at that magic. Now, as I said, chain 4, to make a chain 4 circle, you can do that as well. The next step, we are going to secure this, a slip stitch to the first stitch. So there's the first stitch that we made. We're going to insert our hook through that stitch, pull it up the loop, and keep going. That is slip to secure your circle. You should have a circle like this with 8 stitches. So we're going to chain 1 just to secure it all. And the next row is an increase row. We're going to put 2 half double crochets into each stitch, starting with the one that you just joined. So right there, right below in that little V, we're going to put 2 half double crochets. This is an increase. Yarn over, insert through that little hole, pull up a loop. You have 3, yarn over, and pull through 3. Yarn over, and this one is going to go right directly in the same hole you just came out of. Yarn over, and pull through all 3. 1, 2, 3. That is 2. That's your first increase. So we did 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, and we will continue around until we have 16 half double crochets. Okay, so take a quick look. We did this one. We're going to move on to the next. Yarn over, insert. You have 3 on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 3. We have to do another one in the same spot. 3 on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 3. That's 4. We're going to move on to the next ones until we have 16 in total. Meet me up when you get to that end. All right, I have gotten all the way around. I counted my stitches and there are 16 of them. This little one here does count as a stitch, so be careful when you're counting. It can be a little bit buried. So what we're going to do, we're going to slip to join to that top stitch. Just shove it in there. Okay. Slip through once, oops, slip through once, and then slip through again, and chain 1 to secure it in the round. So you have 2 rounds, 1, 2. Okay, so on to round 3. This is an increase. We're going to be doing 2 half double crochets into the first stitch, which is right where you've joined. So it looks a little bit tricky, but right where that little join is, that's where you're going in. Ready? There's insert. You have 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 3. Into the same spot, yarn over, insert through the work, pull up a loop, 3 on your hook, yarn over, and pull through 3. So that is 2 half double crochets. The next one is going to be 1 half double crochet in the next space. So here we go. Okay, the next stitch is going to have 2 half double crochets. One and 2 in the same spot. And the next one is going to have 1 half double crochet. So this is the pattern all the way around. 2 half double crochets in the next, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, until you get all the way back to this point. Okay, I have made it around the end of my circle. You should have 24 stitches in total here. So count it up and make sure that you have 24. And then you're going to insert through this very first stitch. Going to insert here, pull up 1 and keep pulling it through, and then chain 1 to secure the work. That is 1, 2, 3. That's the 3rd round, and we're on to the 4th, which we are moving on to round number 4 of our bucket hat. This one is an increased row. We're going to start with a half double crochet in the very first stitch, which is where we joined. So it looks like a little triangle-y bit. 1 half double crochet in the first stitch. We're going to put an increase in the next one, which is 2 half double crochets. There's 1 and 2, so the second one is in the same spot. And then we are going to do 2 half double crochets in the next 2 stitches. There's 1 and 2. Next one, we're going to put 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. This is the increase. 1, 2, and we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. So this is the pattern all the way around for this row. It's going to be increase, so 2 half double crochets in that stitch, and then half double crochet, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, all the way around until you get back here. Okay, so we've gotten around to the very last stitch. So you'll notice in the pattern that we started with a single 1 half double crochet here, and then we did 2 in the rest. So here I've done my last 2 increase, so there's half double crochet, and to complete the pattern I'm going to do 1 more half double crochet in the last stitch. So there's my last half double crochet. You're going to come around and you might be confused, why is there 1 extra left over? That's because we just did 1 half double crochet in the very beginning. We're going to join to the very first stitch with a slip, and chain 1. Onto row 5. This is also an increasing round, and this one it's going to be 2 half double crochets in the same stitch, followed by 3 half double crochets in the next 3. So the pattern for this one is 2 in that little space there, 1, 2, 3, 2 here, 1, 2, 3. So let's do that. So starting here, 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, and 2 half double crochets in the first stitch. Then we're going to do 3 half double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, continue for pattern. We're going to do an increase, so 2 half double crochets into this stitch, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 in the next 3. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so continue around to until you get to the other side. So it'll be 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, all the way around. Okay, so I have made it around and I am back to the beginning. I'm going to slip into this. You should have 40 stitches right now. You're going to slip into the first stitch of that round. So get it under there, slip in, pull 1 loop, and you're going to chain 1 just to secure it all together. All right, so we are on to row 6 of our bucket hat. This is another increase round. So this one starts with 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So we're going to start from where we joined, 1 half double crochet into this space, that's 1, and 1 in the next space, that's 2. And we're going to begin our increasing pattern right now. So the next stitch is going to be 2 half double crochets into the same stitch, 1 and 2, and it's going to be 4 half double crochets into the next stitches, so 1 in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. 2 half double crochet stitches in the next stitch, 1, 2, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to find when you finish your last increase, you're going to have 2 stitches left at the end that you're just going to do 1 and 2 half double crochets in. I'll meet you when we get to that end. Okay, so here I have made it to the last 2 stitches. I'm going to do a half double crochet in each one of those. This completes the pattern of 4 because remember we started with 2 half double crochets and the pattern is out of 4, so that just completes those ones. Slip into the beginning stitch, slip, slip, and then chain 1. All right, on to row 7 of our bucket hat. We are going to go 2 half double crochets in the first as the increase, followed by 5 half double crochets in the next 5, so 1 in the next 5. So we'll start with our increase right where we joined, 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, and 1 half double crochet in each of the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the pattern, we're going to do an increase, 2 half double crochets in this one, 1, 2, followed by 5 in the next 5, or 1 in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So continue around 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, all the way around till you get to the end, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so we made it all around. I'm back at the beginning again. I just did a quick count. You should have 56 stitches in row 7. So just take a second and count 56 all the way around. Then you are going to join to the first stitch with a slip and a chain 1. On to round 8. This is also an increase. The pattern should start looking familiar to you, but if it's not, just keep following along. So we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 3, starting in where we joined. So here's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 half double crochets, and the next one is going to be an increase of 2 half double crochets. 1, 2. We're going to be doing 6 half double crochets in the next 6, so 1 in the next 6. 1, trying to get this in frame, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you guessed it, if you could guess it, we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the very next stitch. 1, 2, followed by 6 half double crochets, 6 half double crochets, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2, until we reach the end. It'll meet you there in a second. Okay, so I have made it around to my very last 3 stitches. So there's the last of my 2 half double crochets. I'm going to do 3 more to finish it off. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, slip to join with the first stitch. Again, you might have to stretch it to find the spot. And chain 1. So we're 8 rows in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On to the last increase round. This one is a pattern of 2 and 7. So you're going to be doing 2 half double crochets in the same stitch, and then 7 single half double crochets around. So let's keep going together. So starting in the very first spot where you've joined, we're going to do 2 half double crochets. 1, 2, and then we're going to do 7 more into the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Increase 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, and 7 in the next, then 2 and 7 and 2 and 7 until you meet me back at the start. So I have made it around to the end of my circle. I'm going to again slip into the first to close the circle and chain 1. The next round, the next 11 rounds are all the same. You're going to half double crochet into each stitch all the way around, and then joining and chain 1. Don't forget to chain 1 each time because that secures the loop. This is going to be the next 11 rounds. So once you finish doing 11 rounds, grab a coffee, grab a tea, get your Netflix going. Once you've done 11 rounds, it'll start to make a bowl shape. So go ahead, do 11 rounds all the way around, and then we will get started on the brim. One last thing, if you lose track of how many rows you've done, this is a very simple thing to count because it seemed like counting the rings in a tree. So we have done 9 rows or 9 circles. We're going to count each one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In the end, you're going to have 20. So that's a simple way to check up on yourself. Okay, so here we are. I've made it around 11 rounds of just half double crochet all the way around. We're almost there. We have about 4 more rows to go until we are done. So we're going to move on to the brim now. So start chain 1. Now this stitch is a little bit different. It's a half double crochet stitch, but it's in the front loops only. So if you look at your stitches, you'll see that there is a front loop here, a front loop, and a back loop. So that just means every time you're doing your stitch, you're going to be inserting your hook under just the front loop. And the reason for doing this is when you do that, it creates a fold or a bend. And because this is the brim, we want it to be folding out. We don't want to just keep going. So front loop half double crochet. We're going to do 5 of them starting in the join. That might be a little bit tricky to get, but we're going to do the front loop of right where we joined. So 5 half double crochets, front loop only. There's 1, 2, being careful to only put it in through one hoop. It might seem like there's a big hole there, but that's normal. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 half double crochets in the front loop. And now we're going to do an increase. That's 2 half double crochets, front loop only. There's 1 and 2. And we're going to continue this pattern around. So we're going to do 5 half double crochets and then 2, 5, 2, 5, 2 half in the front loop only. Here we go. Here we're starting our 5, picking up my front loop and doing my half double crochet. So keep going, 5, 2, 5, 2. You should be doing all your 5 and then 2 right now, and I'll meet you back when we get to this side. All right, so I have made it all the way around doing my 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2 in the front loop only. You should have this is the inside of mine, so you should have a ridge on the inside. On the outside, you should have this flippy brim. So we're going to join to the first one again with a slip right through and chain 1. Sorry, and chain 1. That was not in the frame. Okay, so the next round is a repeat of this that previous round, except it's going to be through both loops. So we're going to do 5 half double crochet starting at the join. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After we do 5, we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and that is our pattern for this round. You're going to do 5 more and then 2 together, 5 more, 2 together, until you get back to the start. And meet me when you get there. We're almost done. We have just 2 more rounds after this one. So I have made it around for this row, doing my 5s and 2s and 5s and 2s. It's looking a lot like a bucket hat already. It's starting to take its shape. We have 2 more rows to go, so we're going to join this round. We are going to chain 1. We're going to do 3 half double crochets in the next 3, so there's 3 in total. Should be 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do our increase, 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, and then we are going to do 6 half double crochet into the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain, or so not chain 2. After the 6, you're going to do 2 half double crochet increase. So there's 1, 2, and then you're going to go ahead and do 6. So 6, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2 until you get to the last 3 stitches. These 3 stitches at the end will just be half double crochet to match up with the other 3 from the start. So get around. Your last 2 should be here, and then there should be 1, 2, 3 single half double crochets in this point. I'll meet you there, and then we'll just have 1 more round to go. We're almost there. Okay, so I have made it around. I have my last 3 stitches, so there is my 2 half double crochets. I'm going to do my next 3. There is 1, 2, and 3. We're going to join to the first stitch, pull it through, and chain 1. Okay, last round. This is the last round, and then your hat will be done. It's looking so good. So the last one is going to be 7 half double crochets and then an increase of 2. So 7, 2, 7, 2, 7, 2. So we're going to start again where we fastened off with 7. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're going to do our 2 in the same stitch for our increase, 1 and 2, and we're going to continue the pattern. Go 7 and then an increase of 2, 7, 2, 7, 2, all the way around to the end, and that is where we will fasten off, cut off our yarn, and be done. So meet me back there so we can celebrate our finished project together. Okay, so I have made it around to the end of my my row except for the last stitch. The last stitch is the increase for me and for you. There is 1 and 2. Now you may, for the very last time, fasten off, slip to join, chain 1, grab your scissors. Oh, we're grabbing our scissors, we made it to the end. Snip off the end and just pull it on through and just tighten it up. Weave your ends in, so you would be weaving in this one, and then also on the inside you would be weaving in this one. Just go back and forth until you feel it secure. Snip it off, and there you have it. You have your completed bucket hat. Isn't it amazing? Try it on, make sure it fits, but it should be so cute and so ready. I'm ready for summer, I'm ready for spring. I can't wait to wear this hat. I see, maybe I'll model it. So there it is. Here's our adorable hat. It took me, I don't know how many hours. This is something that I could easily do in a day, on a weekend, a day or two. And isn't it adorable? I just love it. And I'm not much of a hat person. I don't usually wear hats, but I think that I would totally rock this one. And my daughter has already claimed the purple one that I made in the beginning of the video. So I just want to pop on and say thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you can also wear your summer hat with pride. Please consider subscribing, comment on how hard was this for you. I know that the magic ring can be hard, but I'm hoping that beyond that everything was easy. So let me know. Subscribe if you'd like to join me for other projects. I'm thinking we might be going into doing some keychains next, so that would be a nice accessory to have. So love your hat. You did a great job if you got this far, and even if you didn't and you learned a technique or two, I mean, that's the goal, just to have this community of crocheters. So thank you very much. Bye.